Hello and welcome to Hobz is Solo Self-Found. Today we're going to be doing the Plane of Sky, and we are solo self-found. So, let's talk about what's changed. I know a lot of people have asked me to kind of show these at the beginning of the video, so what we're going to do is people want to know the gear. So I'm going to output the gear here to a file, and then that'll be, I'll probably put it on the Discord or something so you can follow along, but going forward, I'll do it in every episode. You can see here, my gear is pretty much the same. We did upgrade the eye to legendary, which actually was, I don't think I have the other mask on me anymore, do I? No. It's a 4 spell damage decrease, but we gain 10 all resist plus +3 heroic, so I thought that was better, a better deal. More AC, so you know we're gonna stick with that. Oh, stupid buttons. And then I did pick up another egg of abominable rituals and put that in my ear, which this ear has like literally no stats except for like some strength, so being able to leverage these Augs is pretty nice. I did upgrade the scaled Hierophant Greaves, which unfortunately they did not actually have any spell damage on them, so it was like a downgrade from the Shadow Knight legs that we had, but it did have 5 heroic decks, so I kept it, which got us up to I think 34 heroic decks. Let's see here. Nothing else there. I did upgrade my Dizak Scepter of Authority we picked up in Chardok, giving us Sympathetic Strike 4 and our Runed Battle-Worn Morningstar, Sympathetic Healing 4, so those are really strong there. I got a ton of eggs. I got a ton of AA. We're at 773 AA now, and I'm feeling pretty good. I did pick up 2 of these enchanted Easter baskets from the eggs. I've spent most of my time leveling up eggs, right? So, and we're upgrading the enchanted Teradel Great Staff at the moment, which I believe is Sympathetic Strike 5. So we'll see what that actually is when we get there. There's a few other items here to upgrade, but not a whole lot, right? Not a whole lot. Now, I've already been to Plane of Sky. I was going to make a video here, and I got destroyed on the next, not this island, but the island after the episode. I was just like, it's not even worth publishing that. But, so I do have some of the keys already. And so typically what I do when I come to Sky is I go over to this guy right here, the Keymaster, and I buy the Key of Swords, the Key of Misplaced, and the Euphrates key. The Euphrates key will let you go into the quest room. So you click it there and it goes in. The Key of Swords will take you to 1.5. That's where like the Monk Epic takes place. And the Key of the Misplaced, which is the other key, takes you to Island 2, which is the island we want to go to. Hold on. So let me stealth before we go up so I can get into a better position. They have this annoying proc that like stuns you. It's really annoying. So let's see here. There we go. So we can pop up. No, that's the wrong island anyway. All right, let's you have to jump off the island to fix that. I got the wrong direction there. But this is a good example of what you need to do, right? So you go up here to Terrell, right? And by default, anybody can teleport directly to Plane of Sky. Right here, the planes. Plane of Sky is already open. We already have an expedition, so let's just go back there. So it's open by default. As soon as you hit 46, you can zone in. Pretty nice right now. How did we do that? We are in the wrong direction. I thought we were over here. So, all right, we're hidden, and we click up air. This is the right island. Now, this island has these Azaracs, these imp-looking guys. So they are, they're not too hard, right? They do have like this annoying, you know, ability they do, but they're not hard at all. And I don't want to do that either. So we want to be very specific on what we loot, but well, I guess we'll have to deal with it. We do have the sell bag. Never mind. I'll just loot it all. Deal with it later. So there we go. I do have a list of all the items we need for all the quest items for this. And there's a few of them that are kind of nice that are gonna be, you know, upgrades. Like let's see here, the pearlescent shoulders for the Shadow Knight are pretty good, but those are all like later tier islands, so might not be something we pick up today. This will be part 1 if we don't kill everything. You know, obviously I'll make a part 2 at some point, but that's not what I wanted to do either. The keys are not in the right spot for my mind right now. There we go. Wait, I think what we're going to do is return experience back on. Let's just go ahead and level up. I want to get 60 for when we start Velius. I think if it was 773 AA, we're pretty good start on getting through Velius, right? I think we should be able to kill Tormax, and I've decided, you know, because we're going to do VP after this, right? So once we finish Sky, we're going to do VP, and then we're going to start Velius, and we're gonna side with the giants first. I mean, not the giants, the dragons first, so that we can get the dragon scale boots by killing Tormax and turning his head into Yellowneck. Once we're able to do that, we're gonna kill Yellowneck when we're up there, and then that'll kind of like get that all done in one go, right? And once we kill Yellowneck, right, we're gonna at that point on be allied to the dragon, or to the giants, and then we'll go kill Dane, pick up the belt, and that'll give us the dragon slaying gloves, dwarf slaying belt, and the dragon scale boots. So those will be 3 nice upgrades, and they're fairly easy to get if you can kill those mobs, right? There we go. That's the final one. Now the Protector of the Sky. This is a little boss for this island. Spawns. There. Now I think I'm going to have to do the key again, because I think mine's in the bank. Now that I'm looking at it. I didn't grab the shell, I don't think. There we go. Protector of the Sky. Loot all that. Now there's a bunch of stuff, and like all these different things. These are all quest items. That's a quest item, right? Like they're all quest items. But you take the broken mirror. You go over here to the lunatic. Make sure you do not have attack on. Make sure you do not say anything to him. He will just straight up kill you for fun. And he gives us the key of misfortune, which I believe I already had, but you don't talk to him, don't do anything he says. He's a trick. Then you click up to the next island, and then this is this is probably one of the more annoying islands. Everything here dispels, especially the eyes, and it's just kind of, it's frustrating. This is kind of where I got. Now I was able to kill most of the stuff on this island, but at that point in time I was getting dispelled so much. It was frustrating because I didn't have the, you know, the skills and the AAs to be able to handle this stuff unbuffed. And I think we should be able to now. We got all kinds of buffs. Like I've been AFK in the Bazaar for a while, so we got all kinds of buffs now. These Gorgolasks, they will like stun and stuff like that, so just kind of watch out for them. But getting dots on them ASAP. I'm pulling with slow via my debuff macro here, which is just mallow and slow and attack on, right? Nothing special there. 56. And we can loot the animal figurines, which is the key for this island. So we'll need that to turn in. I'm just going to loot everything because it's so much easier just to loot everything and figure it out later. You can see there I just lost like all my buffs, right? So these eyes are terrible. But we're going to let that happen and just should debuff this and we'll get everything back after the fact. I like to go self-buffed most of the time, and it's hard to stay self-buffed most of the time because like you go to the bazaar, right? You go, you know, make a tea or something, and you come back and you have all kinds of buffs because, you know, people buff you. So I think it's unrealistic for me to even try to only do self-buffed, just because I'm out looking at every single one of these buffs constantly. So just a little side bit there. But the only thing we're going to keep on is our sympathetic plus our poisons. I think that's our big money makers here, damage-wise at the moment. But we're doing pretty good damage now, I think. We've gotten a lot of AAs in mostly defensive stuff, right? Like I'll talk about some of those here in a minute, but most of the AAs, I feel I went down the defensive path. So I got maxed out combat stability, agility, like natural durability. I got mystical attuning all the way up to 13, which after that point they're called like 100 each, and I didn't really want to spend 100 AA on anything at all, honestly. So we gotta kill this one first, I guess. So there's that. See here. Sort by here. What do we get here? Nothing. Maxed out critical affliction. And mostly over here in the class thing, right? So this is where you, like, the money's at, right? I maxed out. Let's see here. I got Leech Touch, so it gives us like a mini life tap. It's not that great at this point. I don't have any of the AA for it yet. I got Knave Return Strike, which allows us to do a riposte backstab, which at first you're like, oh, that's probably not that great, but it is actually pretty awesome because you can assassinate on a riposte backstab. I didn't know that, but it's 100% possible. Now, another one I got here is Pact of the Wolf, which when I saw it, I was thinking it was something else. This one there. Now, let's look at the buff. It turns you into a werewolf. I blocked it because I don't like being changed, because it kind of, I feel like it messes up Rabid Bear, but might not. Now, on live, this spell gives you a massive, hit points and mana and endurance. On here, it doesn't look like it does that. It only gives attack speed, apparently, see invis and ultra vision. So, I mean, it's a nice junk buff, if you will. But I'm not 100% sure it's worth anything. Here, so I'm at 8,400 hit points. Clicking it off, no change. But we get ultra vision, so that's kind of nice. But it's kind of like our haste buff, I would say, at this point. Then it's instant, instant cast. We can't keep it up, so it's a nice, thing to have as a junk buff. And you don't have to cast. Jesus. These things. I won't have to cast Alacrity anymore, right? So it's one of those, it's like a trade-off. So we'll see here there. Let's see here. I don't know if I did this one before, but Touch of the Curse, which is increases our life tap procs significantly. So that's that was pretty nice. Let's see here. Steadfast Will, I got that a long time ago. Stealthy Getaway I picked up. It's a 1 hour and 12-minute reuse, but it allows me to secure myself in a zone. Like I get an evac, but I think I have to be hidden to use it, so it's kind of like more or less something I would personally use to get across the zone slightly faster. And that's about it. Because it's such a long recast time. Alright, let's redo these. Here, stealthy. Oh, good. Wrong button. Let's throw some junk buffs up there. We're just losing all our buffs. It really doesn't matter too much, in all honesty, but we'll rebuff before we fight the bosses. You can see our bags are just getting absolutely full of junk, but it's not going to be too bad. Let me see if there's anything else real quick on this. Cleaner durability, defensive, seized opportunity. I think I already did that. Physical enhancement, body, mind, rejuvenation. Those are defensive things I picked up. Death's Fury, I maxed out my pets a chance to get criticals. Because I did do a little AFK experience and let my pets kill the stuff for me while I was editing videos, so that was, you know, definitely a needed thing for that. Can I not get him? There we go. Hasten Rapidity, so we can do Rapid Bear faster. I think I already had that one, though. Pack of that. We're like totally out of buffs now. And then there was like a few points into like triple backstab, soul abrasion, stuff like that, that were not really necessary, if you will, but like soul abrasion really helps. Like my touch of the curse is doing like 1800 crits, maybe even more. All right, there's one more mob. And that's kind of really how we get a lot of the mana or our stuff back. And then I did do Mortal Coil 3 for maximum healing there. You can see, you know, how much damage over here we're kind of spitting out. So, Prismatic Strike, the sympathetic strike stuff, that is going to be a lot of our damage. Like, no joke. Like, it's going to be a lot of our damage. And same with the poisons, right? Like the poisons 24, 1800, you know, it's a nice little chunk there. Alright, so I think that's all those guys. Let's look here. There's two of them right here. Pack of the wolf, there we go. Can't see. We don't have native C invis, right? So this is our C invis. Pack of the wolf. And like we do have feign death, but we don't have like perfect feign death, so splitting stuff is pain. So we'll have to probably just face tank everything, in all honesty. There's still some more mobs up here that we're gonna have to kill, so deal with those. And I will clean up my bags after we kill this boss, but you can just poke in here, right? We gotta kill this thing. I believe that's the boss, and that's just a thing. I can't remember exactly which one the boss is, but I'll get him here. I think we can tank all three of them at the same time. I'm not really that concerned. You can see here how much damage we do, but the eye is going to be problematic in the fact that it, you know, it does do a dispel of like whatever we got left. Like I think we lost, what is this? Is this poison? Yeah, this is our thing, so we can redo this one. AON, that's another junk buff. Let's get as much of it as it can. Alright. Let's take a look at the map here. So we don't have to kill these shimmering meteors. Those are unrelated. So let's do this. Let's hide. Let's come in here, stand right behind this guy. Thieves' Vengeance, just drop a massive backstab on him. Try to kill him as soon as possible. And then let's come outside. There we go. Let's drop Venom Bolt. Let's see, can we get Snare on him? I got Mallow on him. Go. Venom Blades. Yeah, he feels like the boss. There we go. Come on. And there. Oh God. We're screwed. So if you engage in combat in front of him, he will attack you. Now we're able to like sustain him, so we're going to do this, but we do not want to kill him. We want to get out of here ASAP. So, and I got all these little stupid swarm pets up, so it's gonna be problematic. All right, I killed him. Do that, and we're just gonna jump. Can I feign death? Nope. Jump. Oh my god. No, he's not gonna like me. I'm not gonna be able to get a feign death off on him, I don't think. He's probably gonna summon me again. There we go. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. There we go. Back into the water, and then we'll go to the bazaar and we'll portal back to the expedition. Alright, so we're back. We take the animal figurine, hand that off to him, and then he's going to give us the key of the beasts, right? So we got that. And then the portal is right over here, but before we do that, I'm going to take a second to buff. I did take a second to sell everything that was in my bag, just to get rid of that, but I'm going to... Let's do Shadow Knight buffs. I'm going to rebuff, and then we can go to the next island. Alright, and we also just switched out our dots, right? We had a Bane and Knife since we had 56, so we shifted everything else down one. And I think that was all I got that was anything I was going to use. Alright, let's invis up and lose our invis the second we went over because we are not invis. Now this island is tricky. In fact, I don't even see any mobs. They're over there. Now, there is a named mob here. Typically, he spawns. And he is Keeper of Souls, right? So he's typically spawns like over here, but this one is totally different and is an aggressive version. So let's turn G, hold on. Let's pull this guy way back over here. Now, these mobs split, so I'll kill one and it'll become two, and then so on until they're all dead. Bane and Knife should increase our damage slightly. See, there's the split. Just pick one. I don't think it really matters. You can slow them, but you see how fast I'm killing them. I'm just going to kill down the split. My rabbits are off thinking, so it's not too bad. There we go, just throw some dots on there. And eventually we'll get the Keeper of Souls to spawn, which is different than on normal servers, right? Normal servers, the Keeper of Souls spawns after 1 hour of killing one of these things, but here it seems to be just like he's ready to go after like 5 or 10 minutes. Like it's pretty crazy. And he seems to respawn too, so he's farmable. So what do we get here? No, stop. Jeez. How many is that? Can I even loot him again? Oh my gosh. So the bird whistles are the key. You're gonna wanna have one of those, but we don't need more. One of those. Put that there. So we're gonna have to like manually eat these things because they're just crazy. There is an essence harvester. We're just gonna pull it over here. I pull over to this side just because theoretically I could get. Oh my god! Oh, I can assassinate horses. Oh my gosh! What a beautiful day is that? I did not know that. Oh my gosh! All right. That feels like a bug, in all honesty. It feels like a bug that I can assassinate horses. Centaurs I could see, but horses, I don't think so. go. And from what I understand, with heroic dexterities, like it's a 35% chance every backstab to assassinate. So it's kind of nice. Getting some pretty good damage out on these things, though. Bane and Knife gets resisted a little bit more than I'd like. Alright. So we can loot whatever that stuff is. I don't know what it is. Let's do hide looted. We don't want any of that. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I have the whole list of quest items next to me, and I'm still not 100% sure what I want to loot, what I don't, because it's like, it's every single item's like a lookup, you know. Alright, that one's down. There's another one right there. Can we get him? Perfect. I'd like to get Mallow on this guy. There we go. Mallowed. Tash. I have Tash on my Shaman pet, I think. So he's primary Tash. My Shadow Knight pet has the slow dagger we used. The one from Guk. Or not slow, snare dagger. And the... I can't remember what he has offhand. But definitely... definitely nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Being able to put like a utility stuff on the pet, that was kind of like the... you know, what I was thinking early on. And it's kind of nice. Alright, we got a legendary egg. We're not leveling up an egg, so let's loot that. And more jelly beans. I really want to get a legendary basket. Because, I mean, look how much slot. It's like so many slots. They're 24 slot packs. Like, I really want to get a legendary one. I don't even know. Pegasus statuette. Now, I think that is something we actually need. Let me look here. Pegasus statuette. We look like I'd pull it in if it didn't minimize the entire screen every time I touch anything. Actually, I don't see a Pegasus statuette for the for any of this on either of these three classes. So, oh wait, there it is. Is for the rogue. Test of stealth, which is a bracer, which is probably not what I wanted. It's the Griffin statuette I need for the Shadow Knight item that I thought was the one I wanted, but apparently not. Shimmering opal. Another shimmering opal. Alright, let's take a look at the map here. So it looks like the Keeper's Souls did spawn. He's right there. Let's go ahead and thwack him down real quick. Actually... he's not aggressive yet. Let's con him. Oh, well, never mind. He's aggressive. I must have hit a button. Yeah, you can see there he's shouting. He would normally be an assassinate or a death touch mob, so luckily we don't have to deal with that here. Go. Done. And we got the cloak, or the cape, right? That's for the Necro Epic and the Necro Cape, so that's kind of nice to have. Not that, like, look, it's solo self-found, right? So we can't do anything about it, but it would be a pretty nice item to have. I might do the quest just for fun. But that's one of the downsides to playing true solo self-found, right? Is you can't sell the nice items you don't need. I've tributed so many items. It's so funny. Tribute is on, right? Yes. So this island's going pretty well, and typically this island does go pretty well. Let's those, and we just got our staff upgraded. So this is Sympathetic Strike 3, and this one's 4. So I wasted my time, wasted my time upgrading that. Let's just do eggs. I guess I should have looked that up beforehand. Maybe it was like when I got it, it was worth looking at, you know, but after the fact, it's just not. It's not, like, items just go out of style so fast, you know. A djinn, a statuette, and a bunch of keys. Alright, we do have 1 key on us. Yes, we do. And there are 2 more mobs. Let's kill them real quick before we go turn this key in. Mostly because it's going to be problematic if, like, that guy sees us. Venomous snake. Perfect. All right. Yeah, our bags are... Our bags have seen better days, I'll tell you that. Now I've got... So I've been, like, you know, grinding, right? I'm at 21 echoes of memory. And I think I'm going to buy the rest to buy a second cell bag. I think that's going to be the right play there. I'm debating switching Shaman to an Enchanter. See, there we go, another Keeper of Souls. Switching the Shaman to an Enchanter so we can get some crafting stuff done. Maybe pick up the Shaman, or the Shadow Knight Epic. Because we are going to have to do the Shadow Knight Epic regardless of how useful it is, because it does give you a flag on your character, which will save us time when we get to Omens of War, right, and Gates of Discord, because we have to have the flag for the 1.0, or we have to do the 1.5 pre-quest, which most of the time they're just totally annoying to do. And so having that flag in the next patch, every single zone is pretty much going to have the ability to create an instance for it, so it should be relatively trivial to do what we need. Oh, we're just getting a lot of junk. My bags are gonna be full, aren't they? All right, it's all going into the auto sell bag. Perfect. All right, we'll kill this guy. Take a look at the map. He is the last mob here. Now, the Keeper of Souls will respawn infinitely. For some reason. That's just the way it works. So he's definitely on farm if you need to farm him, but I can't think of anything else that he drops of use besides that cloak. Let's see if I can glance over here at the list I got. There's a Griffin statuette that drops here, but I don't think it drops from the Keeper of Souls. I think that's like the only item I could think of. Yeah, Pegasus. Yeah. Now, do they despawn on the previous islands? Yeah, he's despawned already over there, so we need to go turn this in probably quicker than so another belt, another shoulders. I think that's for the haste shoulders for rangers. And more junk. Alright, let's go over here. What was this guy? Junk. And Siren should be right here. So we grab him, hand him the item, which gives us the next key, the avian key, which we'll put right there. I'm gonna go sell. before we go up to the next island. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so I sold everything that was there, except for these items here, as they're required for quests for the 3 classes that I am. But I didn't look too detailed into what the items actually were. Alright, so this is the bird island. This island is not that fun. In all honesty, you can kind of see here, it's simplified for this server, which is nice. But what we can do is, since we are a row, we can literally come up here and find the ones we want, right? So these blue ones, they're gonna respawn no matter what. We want to kill the vanquishers, so we gotta just find them. There's one right there. So we're gonna find him. We're gonna tag him, and we're gonna run like a crazy guy. We got the Spirog Lord too. All right, so these are all coming. This Spirog Lord does not death touch, so we should be fine. He's hitting way harder than before, but we should be fine. Are we stunned? Let's get some. Just gotta kill this guy. If we die a few times in this, like I'm not too concerned. Right, let's kill the Lord real quick, because he's... Oh, we gotta kill the Vanquisher. Here, I'm gonna Rabid Bear, Ancestor Guard, Ancestor Aid, we're gonna Spirit Call. We're just gonna make these guys go away. I don't know why we're not proccing. We have everything on. Oh, you know, didn't have my... Alright, I had my cell hotbar up. So we weren't even turning on attack. Oh gosh. I'm a noob. I almost died to that, jeez. Alright, let's kill this guy. Now, once you kill a Vanquisher, the blue ones don't respawn, so... that is... kind of nice. If it's the right Vanquisher, right? I don't know, maybe that's simpler. Like, they were all tied to, like, sets and stuff, so... Whoa, 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 get off my pet there, guy that could kill a shaman pet. Like, I know the shaman pet's got, like, cleric buffs, because I still have mine from, sitting AFK. So I have Hand of Virtue on, so I have a little bit more hit points than I normally would. But, yeah. There we go. Now, the Lord is going to respawn in, like, 30 seconds right over there. You have to kill like the Guardian first or something like that. It's a total thing. You can respawn him since he, you know, just respawns. But let's take a look here. All right, we need one noisemaker for the key. All the rest of that is junk. So we're gonna do hide looted. Same thing. Not 100% sure. That was a Spirog Lord. Let's loot that stuff. And we'll, I guess, loot that too. I don't know. Alright, so we got those down. Now, Spirog Lord's back up. We're going to kill him again here in a minute once we figure out where the other Vanquisher is. I just saw him run by. Oh, there he is, right there. Alright, tag him. Just fight him right here. He's gone. And Rabid Bear's still up. Luckily, that was just like so weird. I'm like, wow, proc. Touch of the Curse procs like all the time. Like, why is it not procking, right? Why am I dying? Of course, I'm not turning on attack, and it doesn't proc unless you turn on attack. There we go. And this should, if we take a look at the map here, the Spirog Lord there. We got 2 more over there, and then the Spirog Guardian. So you kill the Guardian, and then you kill the Lord, and then they don't respawn anymore. I think that's how you do it. I can't remember. Actually, somehow you kill both of them and they stop spawning. All right, what do we get here? Truly don't know here. Molten feather, some powder, and another molten feather. I think they're all like quests that I'm never gonna do, but it's one of those things, you know, you just gotta make sure, just in case. I kind of want to get the belt, maybe. Like, it might be a nice belt. I haven't looked at the stats, but oh, we can assassinate these. Oh, there's a Spirit Guardian. Go ahead and thwack him down. There we go. Now we should be able to go over and kill the Lord now. And be done. So we do that. Guardian drop. Now if we go over here. Yeah, there he is. Grab him. And then he should cause Siren the Lunatic to spawn. So we can go to the next island. If I remember this correctly. But I think he's like 100% magic resist. Oh, there we go. We actually landed one. I was going to say. He's very resistant to our poisons. That's pretty unfortunate. But he's down. Siren the Lunatic spawned in the middle. So here we got Fine Cloth Rammet, the Warrior Epic item, and a Belt of Concordance, which I believe is the Bard belt. Yeah. Alright, now if we go over here, attack is not on. We're going to give him the Noisemaker. Alright. So, we have the key and no one respawned. And we have the key of the swarm. Now, this next island is absolute terror. Let me get ready here. Let's get some mana. Because this is what you would call the B island. And this island, when I did it with my on my other account, I did it with my Necromancer pet build, right? And it was terrible. I died probably 25 times. I wish I would have recorded all of that because it was kind of funny. But we're gonna go up, and I believe we can go up as a rogue and not be seen. But you can see there's these little bees, right? Wasps or whatever the hell they are. And these wasps, depending on which one you kill, right? So this one is a BZZAZZ, right? So the so if that splits, it'll split into other ones, which can possibly be them. But if we get a single split, that means the next one that one is going to have is going to be the boss, and the boss does a disease dot that is terrible. Now, luckily, I do have my Shield of Immaculate completely upgraded, so we're fine there. So this is just a matter of paying attention to what happens. So we're gonna pull this guy. We get them all. So we're gonna kill him, and he's gonna die pretty quick, right? Right. So I gotta watch. So we got one off of him. So we don't want to kill that one. That one is gonna be the named. So here, can I mark him? Right target. Do not want to kill him. Oh god, hopefully he doesn't die. So this one's gonna split into two more. Alright, perfect. Now we can kill these two. There we go, kill that one. And then we can kill this middle one right there. Oh wait, it split into three. Alright, so we can kill these three. Alright, that's perfect. And we just need to make sure we kill the one. That one. There we go. And being a Shadow Knight really helps out here because we're, you know, able to pretty much sustain all the damage. Alright, there's that one. We can kill this one. We do not want to kill the one that's 78% health. If I'm 100% sure on this. There we go. And we're going to kill this one. Actually, we should kill this yellow thing first, right? So the 2 splits, you'll get one of those. Both of those won't spawn anything else. So if we kill that other one, the one that is at 63% right there, that one will split another yellow one. So we switch to that one. And I'm looking at the P99 wiki for this. That's where I'm getting my information for this fight. So thanks to the Project 99 wiki, that is the best information you could possibly find. There's the boss. Alright, we're gonna ignore her for right now. Kill this guy here. Luckily, it's not doing a lot of damage, right? Like, between Mortal Coil and, like, all our other self-healing stuff, we are pretty good. Like, it was a terrible nightmare for my other character, so. Alright, let's see. Can we get Mallow on there? We can't slow her. There we go. We got poison. So, definitely way easier with this character. This character, to me, feels like God mode. Like, oh, there's another one. Did not realize that was going to happen. There we go. Ooh, she's doing a little damage, but I mean, 1600, you know, proc heals. I mean, get wrecked. That's, at the moment, that's enough to sustain us through, I think, all of Velius. As long as we get 1600 heals. Quite a bit. There we go. All right, we won. All right, so we can kind of loot some of this stuff now and go through it. Syrian spawned over there. We'll go talk to him in a second. You do not. Oh, we got the Shadow Knight blade too. Perfect. You do not want to go over there while you have these. You'll fight him at the same time, which is a whole nother level of pain you'll add to this. Alright, we want the dull dragon scale. And we'll leave these 2 things. I'll take a look at them later, see what they are. Now these are used in some of the higher end quests. There's another Shadow Knight Epic Blade. On the the higher end stuff kind of starts here. Everything else before this is kind of the easier stuff, if you will. There we go. And yeah. All right, and we did not lose any of our pets. All right, so we needed two things here. We need to give him the key, which gives us our key of scale, which is the next key to the next tier. But we also have to say something to him. I pre-typed it out here. It's, am I one of the wall backwards? We'll say that to him. So if we take a look at right here, this is the next island. So right here in the middle, we should get a mob spawned when we say this. Right there. Spawns it. As long as he's alive, you can spawn this next boss over and over again just by saying that back and forth. So we can go now to the next island. Now, this island is... I don't know how this is going to go. In all honesty, we're just going to pull these guys and see what happens. Because on the pet build, when I did this, it was not too bad. But like you can see here, we're getting nuked down because we don't have a lot of resist. But once we start meleeing these guys, we should be healing fairly well to sustain it. And all we got to do is kill all the drakes and all the sphinx. So everything you see there, and we'll be done with this island. And then the sister, she's like a female Ifriti. She will spawn. She spawned in the middle when we said that. So that's kind of like the boss of the island. I have no idea how anybody figured that out originally. Some more loot there. I think the replica is the key. So yeah. Oh, so we got a Crown of Elemental Mastery. That's for the Mage Epic. So that's something to keep in mind there. This is kind of where you'd farm those. Can I... Stoicism. There we go. Throw a heal up. I did put a point or two into like the heal over time crits and stuff like that. Stuns are not fun. But it's just a bunch of killing these drakes as they fly in a circle, and then there's like the what is that? 6 to 8, maybe 10 mobs up there. And they're all easy, but like in the normal version's all death touch, not harm touch. So like not having death touch really makes things easier for these older raids where that was kind of the mechanic versus adding more hit points. So let's see here. We get anything good? Got another crown. That's kind of cool. I've done this before and got 0 crowns, so getting 2 crowns is kind of crazy. Sucks on self-found, right? But it's still a thing. I wonder if they'll tribute for anything at all. Now, if I had a more like resists, I would probably just stand like right there and kill them all. Like my paladin can stand right there and kill them all, no problem. He's like God mode on this stuff, but this guy, he's like, you know, missing a good chunk of resist. Like he's got some, but not enough. And I did do resist disease and resist magic on that last one. I don't think we got dotted once. There's a Sphinx crown. Alright, I think we're at the point where we can start pulling these in right here. Because they're dying so fast. There we go. And then I think all of them drop keys, right? Now, there is like some mechanic where you can like pull the boss from the other island to this island. So you can just say, because Syrian spawns, I think, here when you do that. But I don't know. I don't know exactly how that mechanic works. Maybe you pull her to the other island. I don't know. It feels weird. But I've never done it, and I've never been in a guild that did it. Wow, two more crowns of elemental mastery. The one time I did it with a guild in a TLP, I think we failed something and we couldn't like continue it or something like that. We took too long. So I've only done it this way solo on normal live servers and this, but you don't really come here very much unless you're doing an epic. There we go. Look at this. Almost cleared. This will probably be a longer video. It's like an hour and 45 minutes right now, but I did go AFK and I forgot to turn it off, so I have one of those sell points, so that is something. But that's like 4 crowns of elemental mastery. What are they going for right now? Like, can't be going 2,800. Jeez, that's like easy money if you can do this. But the mage epic is like so high in demand because everybody's building pet builds. All right. $1,300 Bane and Knife crit. That's nice. So that is all the little drakes. So we can go up top and start killing the Sphinx here after this guy. Which is perfect. what do we get here? Hilt. Crown. I'm gonna have to look every single one of these damn items up. It's, I wish they had, like, the classes. like the class was on it, you know? Alright, let's see here. So there's, you know, three, and then I think one in the back. Plus, there's, I think, one more inside there with her. And they all death touch. There we go. It's looking perfect. More stuff, and every single thing seems to drop a key, so that's kind of nice. One key per, right? So obviously your rate of, you know, 54 to 72 or whatever you did, you know, you might not get a key every raid for everyone, so you know, you're artificially limiting how fast you can do the content just by doing that, right? But there's a trick to pull the hand from this island to this island. But I think one monk needs to have the key, and it's really, really tricky. There we go. Tell me, oh my god, stuff's like going in my normal bags. Ah. Alright, I don't think we need to loot any more of these cauldrons, whatever the hell they are. Let's just destroy that one. Skydive, destroy that. I need to level 60 just to get those spells out of my bag. Another hilt, I don't need that. At least I don't think I do. Let me look over here. I don't see the hilt. Yeah, good. Let's see here. I already have a 5-sky. Yeah. Oh god, do we have a bottled the gin? Yeah, we do. We don't need those. Only need one of every item for the quest, right? So as I'm just like looting everything, it's probably not the best path. I'll probably spend my platinum on Echoes of Memory. That's the only thing we can really do with that, but that'll make it so we can buy the bag and have more auto sell slots, speed up my life significantly. Because it'll let me sell 30 of the large and medium items. Alright, what do we got here? Another diamond. Alright, so let's hide up. Go in here. Too small to get over the ledge. Looks like we're good. Let's go ahead and Thieves' Vengeance. And oh, that sounds terrible. There we go. That stun really took a lot of damage out of me. She resists my poison. And those are the curses landing, luckily. There we go. Got her. And then Seer and the Lunatic spawns right behind, so we got ads. Just not 100% sure. No, we don't want that. Glowing diamond. I'm gonna loot it, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. There we go. And now we have, where is it at here? The replica thing. Hand that over. There we go. And we get the Vishen's key, which is the final key for that, but I can go up to the next island now. So let me, if we look like right here, like that's the next island up there, and we teleport up there. I think the trick is you get a monk to bring it over to the edge, and you tag it, and then it comes over here, but I don't know. All right, let me clear up my bags a little bit so I can do something and then go from there. All right, let's click up and see what we got. So there is the Eye of Vishen right there. That's the boss we fight for this island. Sometimes I think there's something else that spawns up here. There's a hand, but I don't know how to spawn him. So let's go ahead and kill this guy. Now he death touches also, but obviously not a problem here. And there we go. I mean, he's hitting okay, right? Like, taking a little damage, but I don't seem to be healing as much as I normally do. I don't know if I have something off right now. Looks like I have all my buffs, so. There we go. And that is Plane of Sky in its entirety. We'll look at that here in a second. Oh god. Hide none. There we go. Let's get a screenshot of this. I think this is the first time I've done it all on camera for this channel, at least, and whatnot. So there we go. That is the Plane of Sky completely done from start to finish. Hopefully it's not too long. And you could probably skip around if you want. Let's see here. We got a mage bracelet. Don't need that. A large opal. Not 100% sure on that one. And ethereal emerald. Again, not 100% sure on that one either. But we'll see what all that stuff is. Now, from here, right, the only way out is to jump off the island, but it's there's nothing else around, right? There's nothing here, nothing on that side, and whatnot. Now, the Keeper of Souls respawned. He's like right down there. We might be able to like actually fall to that island. No, it's too far away. But yeah, so that's Plane of Sky. Nothing much else to say there. That is done. We did it at 56, and we do not have any Kunark gear yet. I mean, Velius gear. So I think it would have been a little difficult in Classic at 50 for sure. I got frustrated by the dispels on the Dispel Island, but you know, pushing forward into this show should be pretty good. Next up, we're going to be going to Vishen's Peak and seeing how that goes. But thank you very much for watching. Please have a fantastic day.